As someone with multiple chronic illnesses, I assumed virtual reality games and fitness apps would be way too difficult for me to use. But I finally gave it a try this year, and I wish I had tried it years ago. Of all the exercise I've done over the years, skiing, volleyball, swimming, yoga, and ballet, this is the only one that makes me want to exercise daily, and often multiple times a day. So I thought I'd share some tips and tricks and an easier entry point into virtual reality for people who may be on the fence about whether they can handle VR due to health issues. Today I'm reviewing the VR fitness app, Hitstream, on the MetaQuest 3S VR headset. But this game is also available on Steam PC VR, as well as Pico Neo, Pimax, and Nolo VR headsets. Hitstream is considered a fitness app or game, and I think of it as shadow boxing. And the main game mechanics are you punch hexagons, you dodge walls, you block shields or you walk around them, you tuck into rings, and you catch orbs. Some of my particular favorite routines in this game are called Now is Midnight, Thoughtful Sparks, which is purchasable in-game, Can't Stop the Future, One Strange Town, End the Chains, Ignite the Song, which is also purchasable in the game, and Disco on Fire. There are several that I don't like as well, particularly because I find them difficult to do or I tire out too quickly. And in my particular case, I'm not supposed to be exercising at max intensity. I'm supposed to be more on the mild to moderate range of exercise on a daily basis. So I like to stay away from the ones that really tax my system. Now let's talk about the features that I like so well in Hitstream. The great thing about it is it doesn't require a subscription. It's also really fun, energetic, and it's game-like. Even though you're exercising, it's highly customizable, and it's just immensely satisfying to punch stuff timed to music. I don't know why, but it just really is. There's a fantastic variety of movements and a wide range of rock, pop, and electric songs, and outdoor or otherworldly backdrops like space, with 3 different intensity levels. The exercise routines flow well in 10, 20, or 30-minute sets, with multiple short breaks in between songs. This game offers mixed reality, meaning you can see the game world and the real-world environments at the same time, or fully virtual viewing options. And there's even a multiplayer mode, which I haven't tried yet. According to the developer, moves are designed to be intuitive. They're carefully crafted so that they're easy to pick up, but they can take a while to master. The structure of the routines allows progression and improvement over time. I've certainly found this to be true for me. I've gotten better over time with many of the routines to the point where I occasionally get a perfect score. That revs up my motivation to keep improving. I also like to add more of a challenge with quick squats anytime I'm supposed to strike a lower hexagon. Another thing I do is hit harder or with less force depending on how I'm feeling on a given day. Now let's cover some setting adjustments for health issues. Before you begin your first routine, I recommend checking out the settings options and adjust anything you think you might find difficult. You can always toggle on the more challenging elements later when you've built up stamina and you have more familiarity with the game. Now onto the headset and controllers. If you're having trouble keeping the headset from sliding around on your head, you can find aftermarket head straps that may be a better fit. The one I decided to get was the BOBOVR E3 head strap from MetaQuest 3S on Amazon. It works way better because it has an adjustment counterweight toward the back of the head. Now, if you have skin sensitivity, especially for folks with MCAS or mast cell activation syndrome, rosacea, eczema, or any other skin sensitivities, the headset might be irritating. You can wash the headset parts that touch your face with mild liquid detergent. Just be sure to never submerge the parts under water or under running water, as that could damage them. There's more information from Meta on how to properly clean the components. If the small straps on the controllers bother your wrists, you can switch out the straps with better ones, twist them around so they don't move around as you play, or remove the straps altogether. To remove or switch them out, you'll need to open up the battery compartments on the controllers first. If you have knee pain, or in particular if you have postural orthostatic tachycardia, you can toggle off squats in the settings or choose the half squat option to shorten the time you're in the squat position. In addition, you can switch off walls, which means you won't need to move swiftly to avoid running into the walls that are coming at you. I recommend turning these off initially anyway until you get used to the gameplay. If you need to play seated, or if you have a small area in which to play. Full disclosure, the walls tend to make me run into furniture, so I turned those off indefinitely. If you suffer from lightheadedness, pre-syncope, or syncope, meaning you almost pass out or you do pass out, VR games where you're mostly standing one place will likely work best, at least initially, while you're still getting used to the virtual world. VR headsets can cause what's known as virtual reality sickness, or basically motion sickness. You can also reduce potentially nausea-inducing elements, such as toggling off particle effects, switching on extended platform glow, and turning on scenic view, which basically omits the portals off in the distance where the hexagons come from. I'm thankful that Hitstream never caused me to feel nauseous or dizzy, but many other VR games have. I think this is due to the fact that you stand in the center of the game environment and either face a single direction or turn in a circle from time to time, and this is a setting you can change in Hitstream. I also made sure to choose a completely virtual environment, as opposed to mixed reality, which has a tendency to worsen nausea. You may still be able to play Hitstream if you have nerve pain issues. Initially, I found that I had a lot of nerve pain in my hands and fingers after playing Hitstream. My nerve pain gets worse when I grip things for too long, but I figured out that I could hold onto the controllers with just my middle and ring fingers and also avoid pressing the triggers, as they aren't actually needed to play Hitstream at all. I've also found out that if I stand too long in a given position, that I end up with my feet going numb. One thing I do to combat this is move my feet often and switch positions throughout the gameplay. For those with hypermobility or similar connective tissue or musculoskeletal disorders, shadowboxing has the potential to cause subluxations or even broken bones. Some ways to protect your joints, bones, and muscles are to wear KT tape, wear arm braces, or wear torso braces when you play. You can even play Hitstream with a single hand if needed. Definitely start with shorter sessions at first and build up your stamina and endurance slowly. I started out at the lowest intensity and worked my way up to the standard intensity. Also, learning more about the proper stance and the safest ways to throw various punches can protect your joints as well. So my final thoughts are, all of the usual wisdom applies here. Pace yourself, check with your doctor before starting any new exercise or health routines, and stop if you feel pain or dizziness. And if you're new to Hitstream or VR exercise in general, I highly recommend going through the initial tutorial of this game and then start off with Now is Midnight routine in the Scene 1 collection. Enjoy! This has been a review by Cherie Lasota at wayflowhub.com. Thanks for listening, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content.